James the Red Engine is a well-known character on the island of Sodor. He always makes sure his opinion is heard, and can be a little prone to being loud. However, as vain as he may be, he is also quite clever, and knows how to get the job done.
Yo, what is up, my swaggy steam boys?
Just don't. People will start thinking you're a part of that gang.
What gang?
The one that's lurking around the island. They've been vandalizing things, selling drugs, stealing from shops, all sorts of trouble.
Are they violent? Is the island in danger?
Well, sort of, but not that violent. In fact, a lot of them are teenagers. They just like to cause trouble because they feel the youth are being oppressed. They call themselves the Chips.
The Chips? A gang name is supposed to strike fear, not make you hungry.
No one knows why they call themselves that. But anyway, they sometimes rob things, they like to steal vehicles, things like that. That evening, after James's last train, he was idling in the station when his driver was looking at the news on his phone.
Oh my goodness! That gang set a shop on fire after they were refused entry for being drunk.
Good grief! Why aren't they catching these thugs?
Apparently they fled the scene. The fire was put out fairly soon, so no one was hurt.
Still, no one appreciates arson on their property.
Don't forget, James, you're a fire starter yourself. Remember that time in the countryside?
Shut up, Thomas. You're just jealous you're not as hot as me.
He's right, you know.
Ooh, rejection.
The Fat Controller had a special job for James the next day.
I need you to collect the freight train from Kildare tonight and take it to Knapford Docks.
Oh, come on, sir. I need my beauty sleep. Why can't Henry do it?
Beauty sleep, eh? If that was a real thing, then why does my lazy father still look like a beluga whale?
What?
Well, yes. Just collect that train, please.
The Fat Controller left, and James snorted angrily.
I'm too important to hang around stations at night.
Or maybe you're scared the gang will get you.
No, I'm not. If any hooligans try to attack me, I'll bash their little brains out.
But secretly, James was a little nervous. He set off that night to collect the train, but when he arrived at Kildare, there was a mix-up, and he was over an hour early.
No worries, you can come in the office and have a drink.
After he was turned around and coupled to the train, James's driver and fireman left him all alone whilst they chatted in the office. James waited patiently. He was about to fall asleep when he heard a noise.
Hey, watch it, you crap cake! I'll quit being a baby, you twit!
Shush, we'll get caught! James was suddenly terrified. He knew exactly who those men were.
This is all your fault. If you hadn't crashed the car we stole, we would have succeeded.
We're too wasted to drive. That's why we crashed.
The three men stumbled onto the platform. James wished his driver would hurry up, but he didn't dare say anything.
Once we've sobered up, let's go raid the Tesco's.
There's no way we're getting out of this until morning.
Well, he's had it.
Quick! Someone's coming! Hide him!
The gangsters looked around and noticed that one of James's vans was open, so they went inside and shut the door just as the driver and fireman came out of the station building. James was very relieved.
Driver?
What, James? James was about to tell his crew about the men, but then he had an idea.
Nothing, sir.
Very well. The guard walked down the platform, locking the vans.
What? Oi! Wait up!
But the guard didn't hear them, which is what James had hoped. He snickered to himself and left. The men banged and thrashed on the door, but it was no use. They had fallen for the trap. James was very pleased with himself as he ran along the line. What's gotten into you?
Driver, this is a little hard to explain, but there are some gangsters trapped in one of the vans.
What? How did they end up there? James explained the situation to the driver. Oh dear. We'll call the police, and they'll be waiting when we arrive. The fireman pulled out his cell phone and did just that.
Right, out!
Oh.
Hello there. We've been looking for you lot.
With no escape route in sight, the three gangsters had no option but to surrender. The police took them away to be arrested. A few days later, James's driver had more news on his phone. Look at this! After 3 gang members were arrested, the police managed to track down the rest of them, and now all the members are in custody thanks to James the Red Engine.
Oh, it was nothing. They were no match for me. They took one look and were all scared out of their wits.
I'll bet that's not exactly how it happened. You're not brave enough for that.
Regardless of what happened, you were very clever to trap them in the van.
Well, I mean, they were the ones who shut themselves in. In the end, it was really just their stupidity that got the better of them.
And that is the best type of a kick in the butt someone can receive.